Hello, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while, but we are still reading out of Neil Gaiman's Norse Mythology. Tonight we're going to be reading the story of Yggdrasil and the Nine Worlds. This basically sets up the way our world looks and kind of gives an idea and understanding to what is where and how information is passed around. It's important. It sets a lot of tone for stories that follow and gives a lot of deep meaning and understanding to why things are the way they are in the world and why things are done. So without further ado, Neil Gaiman's Norse Mythology, Yggdrasil and the Nine Worlds. The ash tree, Yggdrasil, is a mighty ash tree, the most perfect and beautiful of all trees, also the largest. It grows between the nine worlds and joins them, each to each. It is the biggest of all the trees there are, and the finest. The tops of its branches are above the sky. It is so large that the roots of the ash are in 3 worlds, and it is fed by 3 wells. The first root, and the deepest, goes into the underworld to Niflheim, the place that existed before other places. In the center of the dark world is the ever-churning spring Hvergelmir, so loud it sounds like a roaring kettle. The dragon Nidhogg lives in these waters, and it is always gnawing at the root from below. The second root goes into the realm of the frost giants, to the well that belongs to Mimir. There is an eagle who waits at the highest branch of the world tree and who knows many things, and a hawk who perches between the eagle's eyes. A squirrel, Ratatosk, lives in the branches of the world tree. It takes gossip and messages from Nidhogg, the dread corpse eater, to the eagle and back again. The squirrel tells lies to both of them, and takes joy in provoking anger. There are 4 stags who graze on the huge branches of the world tree, devouring the foliage and the bark. There are uncountable snakes at the base of the tree, biting at its roots. The world tree can be climbed. It is from this tree that Odin hanged himself in sacrifice, making the world tree a gallows, and himself the gallows god. The gods do not climb the world tree. They travel between the worlds using the Bifrost, the rainbow bridge. Only the gods can travel on the rainbow. It would burn the feet of any frost giants or trolls who attempted to clamber up it to reach Asgard. These are the 9 worlds. Asgard, the home of the Aesir. This is where Odin makes his home. Alfheim, where the light elves live. The light elves are as beautiful as the sun or the stars. Nidavellir, which is sometimes called Svartalfheim, where the dwarves, who are also known as dark elves, live beneath the mountain and build their remarkable creations. Midgard, which is the world of women and men, the world in which we make our home. Jotunheim, where the frost giants and the mountain giants wander and live and have their halls. Vanaheim, where the Vanir live. The Aesir and the Vanir are gods, united by peace treaties, and many Vanir gods live in Asgard with the Aesir. Niflheim, the dark mist world. Muspel, the world of flame, where Surtur waits. And then there is a place named after its ruler, Hel, where the dead go who did not die bravely in battle. The last root of the world tree goes into a spring in the home of the gods to Asgard, where the Aesir make their home. Each day the gods hold their council here, and it is here that they will gather in the last days of the world, before they set out for the final battle of Ragnarok. It is called the Well of Erd. These are the three sisters, the Norns. There are three sisters, the Norns, who are wise maidens. They tend the well and make sure the roots of Yggdrasil are covered with mud and cared for. The well belongs to Erd. She is fate and destiny. She is your past. With her are Verdandi. Her name means becoming, and hers is the present. And Skuld, whose name means that which is intended, and her domain is the future. The Norns will decide what happens in your life. There are other Norns, not just those three. Giant Norns and elf Norns, dwarf Norns and Vanir Norns, good Norns and bad. And what your fate will be is decided by them. Some Norns give people good lives, and others give us hard lives or short lives or twisted lives. They will shape your fate there at Erd's Well. So what I want you to take away and think about with this story is, what effect does the placement of the worlds have on the stories as you continue to read forward? What importance do these wells have in the stories? And importantly, think about where you see the fates in your daily life. How that shapes things. It's probably the deepest question in anything is, what is free will if the fates decide everything, right? Think about it. Feel free to drop comments down below to answer any of the questions. If you have questions, feel free to drop those questions down there, and I will check it out and get back to you. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the story, and we'll continue on next week.